Gatorade advertising?
Yeah, sure.
I think you got the better flavor. This one's terrible. You can't charge anybody. It's the same color as my shirt. Ooh, that's how you know it's good. Shirt flavored Gatorade.
Maybe the same color as like the Game Boy like surrounding screen. Maybe, I don't know. It's a nice shirt.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you, Wesley, for getting me a nice shirt.
Yeah, I got one too. Looks good. Mine's got
muscle problems.
Muscle problems.
I said fat guy problem.
Oh, I thought you said muscle problems.
He's swole.
Muscle problems.
I am so swole.
Look at that.
I don't even fit in the frame.
Look at swole. Look at that.
The sleeves are hugging you tight. Yeah.
It's really funny. There's a little fat down there.
I can't wait for the day that Joey doesn't look at the monitor anymore.
One
of us looks at us.
I'm looking like at the monitor because the monitor is where the things are.
No.
I mean, he's right. That is where the things are.
Yeah, it's all things.
That's where like all these sweet Facebook ads are that I'm looking at. So, all right. Well, we're all here for once. How many episodes has it been since we all been here?
Not that many, right?
I don't know. Episode 300 something.
No. So it's Golden Sauce Night Podcast, episode 230 something.
That was close.
It's 230 something.
230. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said 230 something.
It's another reason why I look at the monitors because I have the date right in front of me.
You would need that for a whole. You need that for a whole 2 minutes, and that's it. You never.
I also got to look over here. I got to make sure. Like I didn't flip it, so now I'm pointing the wrong way.
Here we go.
I got to look over
this
here.
Is why you don't need the monitor.
Point it Alf, and then point it Kyle.
Don't need it.
What if I get confused about who it is?
Then
who's talking?
How do we know? Look, I want to point this way. I'm talking to Joy. Hey, Joy.
That's the wrong way.
Oh, I don't know because I'm not looking at anything.
Yours isn't flipped. Mine's flipped. Mine has to be flipped. I'm not going to flip it though. What was that? Oh, okay. The monitor blocks your face, so I didn't see. I couldn't see. All right. Well, so should be a fun episode this week. We got plenty to talk about. Missed last week because of stuff.
Okay.
I had my boys.
I know.
And it's not gonna. They do not do 5 minutes recording, much less an hour and a half. What else?
You said you were like throwing up, kind of too. One day, right?
Was that the day? Was that the day I was sick?
You had like food poisoning last week, but
I think that was the day I made the food that got me poisoned. Also, there was a recall on
tubes of meat from Walmart.
Yes.
Yeah, don't eat those anyways.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so here's.
I don't, but at the time that I did, I got really sick.
Yeah, that's why I don't.
Right, but don't though.
Right, but it was given to me, and I was like, well, I didn't pay for this.
Give it back.
Feed Reggie.
Then he would have been sick. That'd have been worse.
Nah, ironclad stomach.
No, he does not. Reggie has a weak stomach now. I heard a story earlier this week that would prove my point.
I think he got like a piece of that hamburger, and it was like, again, we make reference to the deer in Castle Crashers.
Yeah,
just have you never played
propels
that
him.
I love that game.
Okay, love
good game.
Love it. All right. So, what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about our shitty weeks, our shitty games, and then shitty news. Then we're gonna get out of here and be shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
It's a real classic shit show.
I love it.
All right. So, well, anyone have a little start off with? Anyone have anything interesting to discuss for the week?
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I didn't do anything cool.
Nothing cool.
Yeah.
Falls on Alf then.
I don't know. I didn't go out of town. Nothing.
You didn't go out of town?
You broke your foot.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay, thanks.
Did you actually break it?
No, I didn't break it.
Yeah, I don't know. I should just be bringing up your medical stuff on the
show. It's like, let's talk about medical shit. No, I got nothing on you.
My heart sucks.
We do that every episode.
I got a shit heart.
No, it's like a bone bruise. It's like a tension.
Can you bruise a bone?
Like stress.
That's intense. Yeah.
So that's what it was.
They use some sweet Flexeril?
No.
Oh.
Wasn't that painful?
It's a muscle relaxer, right?
Yeah.
Just don't take ibuprofen.
Relax around the bruise.
I took ibuprofen and wore a boot. So
you had to wear a boot?
Yeah, you had a boot.
Did you make a bunch of Canadian jokes?
No, only you.
What's that a boot?
There you go. There it is. We got it. All right.
I'm sorry. I'll leave.
Nothing interesting. Did you have the boot you could take off, and then or did you have to wear it in the like damn shower, like with a?
No, I could take it off. Okay.
One of those Velcro style boots, as I recall.
They make you buy that?
No, they just gave it to me. Or they charge my insurance. I fucking have no idea. I haven't got the bill for that yet either. So we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't got the bill for my last emergency room visit either. I'm sure it's gonna be like $3,000.
Godspeed.
I just don't pay them.
Okay.
There you go. That's why everything costs $1 million. Not that you entirely, but because they charge people $1 million and then no one can afford to pay it, so then they charge everyone $1 million.
I mean, by I don't pay them, I mean like enjoy your $10 a month till I die.
Right. Well, no, I'm just saying,
That's
like
pretty much what happens there.
Right, but like you can't afford it, so
yeah.
What was that?
Oh,
it's you.
Headset just bothered me.
You can't afford it, so they're like, oh, well, to offset Kyle not being able to afford it, we got to charge everyone, and the next guy can't afford it, and then they charge, and just like,
sir, it seems like a bad business model.
Yeah,
keep bringing up the prices, more people can't afford it.
It just seems like,
and yet if I need them, they'll still perform the things I need them to do.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't go there and be like, my heart, and then eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I don't. I do that.
That's my favorite. You remember the emergency room and there smells like
gonna go smoke a cigarette. While you guys get those test results back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
It just smells like wet foot.
No, you just go to the emergency room.
Not feet, just a foot. A
singular in there
foot.
is literally chain smoking cigarettes and eating fast food, and you're like,
they're like, I don't know.
That's why they're there. Let them die and rot in hell.
I'm no doctor.
They're like, I don't know why I feel so bad all the time. It's weird.
All right. Well, on a note of from last week, we got new mic cords. I got this blue one here. I'm supposed to show them you have the orange one.
No.
Mine's purple.
I got the orange one.
See? That's right. You can see the purple band on yours.
As you can tell, it's a slow news week.
No, I don't want to talk about the garbage. I mean, if you want to go right into the news, we can talk about the news. Let's talk. All right.
What you been playing? Jesus
Let's talk about fucking Let's Go Pokemon Go.
Is that what you've been playing?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. I want to hear your. I want to hear what you
at all.
I'm not interested in getting.
Not interested in getting. All right, so I think I'm a little more on board with this game than Kyle is.
I like it well enough.
I'm from speaking from the perspective of someone who plays Pokemon Go on the regular. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little bit.
It's just merging two worlds, from what I can tell.
So I think the problem is that like Pokemon now has to serve too many different appetites.
I thought that was a game. I'm like, what the fuck is Pokemon Now?
Pokemon Now.
Jesus Christ! I can't keep up.
It's like when you order a Pokemon, it shows up on your doorstep in 2 days.
Oh god, excuse me, I wasn't breathing.
So they have to serve too many appetites. You have people who want your traditional main hardline Pokemon RPG. The hard RPG that Pokemon tries to be. With your stats.
Are you using the hard
types.
Is it the Dark Souls of Pokemon?
No.
We're not going to use that.
No. He just means.
The people who want
people who want like the hard numbers, like the IV grinding and like breeding and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and nature grinding and.
But I heard it actually benefits you from catching multiples of.
Yeah. So there's like XP chains and stuff like that, and you can shiny farm.
Yeah. So and then the other side is, it used to be the other side was the more casual Pokemon fan. The people who just care about catching their favorite Pokemon and playing through and whatever. And then now you have this new third kind of Pokemon fan, which is the
Waggle,
which is your Pokemon Go people who are like the only thing they know about Pokemon is probably what they've learned from the game of playing Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. They know the Pokemon by seeing them. They know the sounds. They know the concepts of catching Pokemon, training Pokemon.
Everybody know that's Big Dick B.
Exactly. Everybody knows about these party wieners. So anyway. So you have these little different camps, and this is...
That's 3 floor shits. The video is really good. Like, I watched it again recently.
So you have...
You want to address that? Or
just let it ride. It's fine. We got a thing that'll keep it from coming up too much. And, Pokemon Let's Go is trying to bridge all that together. Mm-hmm. And then they've come out, Nintendo has come out in the past and said, hey, this is who this is for. This is for the a more casual, newer crowd. This is not the mainline Pokemon of the Switch. That is coming next. I think, did they say next year or later?
They said 2000. Well, the rumor is 2019. I don't know if it's actually confirmed or if it's tentative or whatever, but there is a quote unquote main story Pokemon that's promised for the Switch.
Gen 7. Right.
Yeah, let's call it that. Whatever it is.
Gen 8.
I think it's Gen 7.
Anyway, so the problem though is that this has a lot of the trappings of a mainline Pokemon game. It is a Gen 1 remake. You're in the Kanto region. You have your original 151.
I guess it's Gen 8 if you consider.
You got Mew. You buy the little Pokeball thing that you can play with Pokemon Go. It comes with Mew in it.
Oh yeah.
You can shake it and it goes meow.
Yeah. That was the only part of the jealousy that I experienced, because otherwise the Pokeball seems superfluous to me.
It's kind of small. Like
I've seen it. Yeah.
I forgot to bring mine.
It's like this big.
Do you walk with him?
You do.
So
there's an analog stick on. There's
an analog stick and 2 buttons. So all right. So here's the deal. Pokemon.
It's more intuitive than it sounds.
Pokemon Let's Go only uses 3 buttons and the analog stick.
Now motion is mandatory.
No, optional.
It's kind of optional, but it's kind of mandatory.
Well, so it's it's
on by. So if you play, I have 100. I want to be 100% about this. I have not put this thing in a dock, because putting it in a dock means you have to play with the detached Joy-Cons, and then you have to throw the Pokeball, and you have to do that kind of motions. So I 100% play this in the handheld tablet mode.
You're just gonna tilt forward still.
Where you can tilt forward.
Yeah,
but
so
you
like
can
that's
also
the thing.
use the analog sticks.
By motion, do you mean gyroscopics included, or do you just mean having to like throw the throw? No, you don't have to do that. You can press a button to throw a Pokeball.
Okay.
But you have to aim the Pokeball with the gyroscopics.
You can use the analog sticks.
Or you can? I didn't know that.
You have to remain very still and do it.
So I can't play with a Pro Controller.
No Pro Controller
support at all.
Yeah, I was also real bummed out about that.
That's why I've been playing it in handheld mode.
Which is weird, because the Pro Controller has gyroscopics.
Right, but they it's also designed you can play it with just one Joy-Con.
Yeah.
With
That's
one
true.
hand.
Yeah.
With
Either
one,
one too.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a bunch of different ways to play this thing, and like
it counts clicking the stick in as a button too. So you can actually just, you don't even have to take your thumb off of the analog stick basically ever.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really it's super simplified.
They fast travel sometimes for you.
Yeah. Like if you when you got to take the package back to Professor Oak, they're like, you want to take it back to him? You go, yes, it'll fast travel you to Professor Oak.
You don't have to walk back to him.
You don't have to walk back.
And then there's like another example of that. Like if you're like you talk to you try to leave like Pewter City, and the guy's like, you got to fight Brock, and you're like, okay, where is he? And he's like, I'll take you to him, and then you just like teleport to.
And they give you like some of the things that you need, like the drink that you need to go between the 2 cities. To, what I'm saying, if you forget it, like it's in your inventory, and you go, here it is.
Yeah,
it's there. And the SSN tickets you have, you don't have to dig into your inventory and stuff like that. It's super it's super simplified and made easier. And like
right.
The big qualm for a lot of people is the way they changed one of the core gameplay elements. You get your Pokemon. So if you get Eevee, you get Eevee. If you bought the Pikachu, you get Pikachu, and that Pokemon stays outside the Pokeball. And it's your,
bro hangs on you, like on your shoulder or whatever, like when you're walking around.
Okay.
And then you can choose another Pokemon to follow you, and
like outside of a Pokeball,
walking around with it. So it can be any Pokemon you want. And if you choose one, like right now I have a Growlithe follow me around, because I can ride that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just get on him.
You can ride on Onyx, and he's like a big ass. He's like an actual size Onyx.
Giant Onyx snake.
Oh, that's cool.
He doesn't even. There's like a one where you go into a house and there's an Onyx in there, and it's just from his chest
and then
down.
She's just like, I don't know what I was thinking. I let my Onyx out in my house. I'm stupid.
Yeah. So, and then
see, this is when I want other generations. It's like Whale Lord.
Everybody dies. Whale Lord pops out. Everybody dies.
Yeah. So
and Whaler's just like, I'm sad.
And Viridian City is no more.
And it is going through that kind of stuff. There are some like small changes that some people like. There's a long list of stuff. Pokemon, like I hate to like be so ramshot about it. Pokemon can't hold items. There's no in Gen 1 they could.
I was gonna say, I know you weren't expecting me to defend this game,
right?
But it's a remake of Gen 1. Right. Well, Gen 1.5.
Yeah,
there weren't Pokemon items. There weren't Pokemon abilities.
Yeah. Right, but you weren't riding on Pokemon either. That's something they integrated now.
Yeah, there's like creature comfort.
You did have HMs.
Well, you did ride on Lapras.
Yeah, but HMs have also been corrected.
Yes, so now you can just teach it to it, and it's fine.
Like Pikachu, like you could teach Pikachu Cut, but it doesn't take up one of his 4 moves.
Thank God,
because it's stupid.
It's stupid that they. I hated teaching. I had a Pokemon lackey that knew everything. Like you're the tool.
You get a Nidoking and you name
you're the Swiss Army Pokemon.
You name him HM Whore or HM Slave or something, and then you just go like, you cut, you surf, you rock smash, you strength.
Well, that's the best thing is like we always talk about that. Scyther got those big Scythers, and
he's like, I don't know.
What,
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a bug.
It's like, and you're also like Lapras. Use Surf, and it's like,
no, I don't know that. I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, a lot of that's fixed. They have like weird. Oh God. Sorry. What is it? They
Bro, you want customization though?
Yeah, you can get.
You want to fucking put a dumbass hat on your Pikachu? They got you.
Yeah.
You want to fucking matching?
Buy more.
Yeah, right.
It takes forever to get to the buying.
You want a fucking matching jacket for your Eevee? They got you.
Yeah, but the Avatar don't have that much, right?
They got a fair amount. You want hairstyles for those dudes? They got you.
I haven't got there yet.
They exist. I haven't gotten to it yet, but they're there.
I'm at the SSN.
I had to restart.
I would like that you could like Pokemon Go. The guy's a teenager.
Ooh.
Like the Avatar, kind of. It's not a kid.
Well, I mean, technically in this one you play as Red. I think.
I would definitely.
The implication is
I would definitely like to play like an adult Pokemon trainer.
Because Blue's there.
Blue is there, yeah.
I would definitely like to play like an adult Pokemon trainer. Have a beard. I just want to be a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, but remember in Pokemon lore, there's no.
Well, this is like more of a remake of Pokemon Yellow than anything.
Well, because like it's weird. Because first off, especially in Gen 1, there's that like fan theory.
Yeah. All the men died.
All the men died
in the Pokemon Wars.
In the Pokemon War. Like when you go talk to Lieutenant Surge, like there's a distinct lack of adult men in Gen 1 Pokemon.
The hikers are like teenage men.
Yeah,
but like
there's the fat guys with the beards and stuff. But
yeah,
there's a distinct lack of adult males in Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah, you just have old dudes.
Old dudes and kids.
Did you see the one where the old dude was like, there's an image of like the old dude laying out like this on like a, he's like stretched out on like a bed, and like the trainer walks in. She's like, no, thank you.
There's a lot of weird stuff in that game. Have you seen just all the flooding of like last like this, and then it's like, you've got 2 great balls.
Yes, I've seen that.
I saw that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and a lot of people being like, yeah, I let my Poliwrath follow me, and it just looks like he's just murderously chasing me. Like, he's just got like this like insane stride.
That's like when you have play.
Well, there's a picture I sent you. Tentacle is interested in your mom or something.
Looking at your mom, yeah.
Oh.
So that's having a Pokemon outside the Pokeball.
Seen enough hentai.
Yeah.
So day 1, technically like day 2 for me, because I bought it at midnight or whatever. I showed up to work. I came up to Joey and I was like, Joey, I'm off it. I fucking hate it. I was like, it's the worst. I don't even want to fucking look at it. And then like my inner like frugality got to me, and like I was like, well, you did spend money on it. You gotta
play it.
You gotta play it. And so
it's
like
only 4 hours.
And so like I started playing it. And man, I'm able to forgive almost everything that I don't like about it.
So I mean, we haven't really addressed what are the changes. So like once you get to playing the game Pokemon, there are no wild Pokemon to fight. They are wandering around, and so the nice thing is they're in the overworld and you can see them.
So just pause. Like how like Star Ocean and not Star Ocean, well, new Star ones, like Ni no Kuni and like Tales of games, like how they handle random encounters is the same way you encounter random encounters in Pokemon. Like they're wandering around on the map and you run into them and then it initiates.
They have little indicators to indicate whether they're big or small.
Yeah, that's the weird thing that I don't understand. Is that a thing in Pokemon
Go? It is.
I know it's just a multiplier for experience.
It creates a multiplier. That's why it's in there. Also, as you catch more of the same one, you realize your Pokedex is filling out in a different manner. You're saying, what's the biggest one I've caught? What's the smallest one I've caught? What's the heaviest one I caught? What's the lightest one I've caught?
I've seen like when stuff evolves, like that little meter like goes up and down, and it's like, your Charmeleon's a little bigger than average.
Yeah, like, that's another reason why that's.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, he is.
So the other thing is,
boss.
So the neat thing about it is like you don't grind on. So you're catching Pokemon. I should say you're catching wild Pokemon the way you catch wild Pokemon in Pokemon Go. They appear on the screen. They have a little status indicator: green, orange, red, yellow, on how difficult they are to catch. As the Pokeball, as the little status circle closes, you have to land the Pokeball inside that circle to get a catch, to get a nice, a great, or an excellent throw, which will increase your chance of catching them as well as increase the amount of XP you get for catching them. And so on top of that, you have berries that can help you.
They're the same berries in Pokemon Go, I assume.
Right, they're the same. Yeah. Like, so some of them increase the amount of candy you get. Some of them make them move around less. Some of them make them easier to catch. Yeah. A lot of different stuff like that. And so the thing about this is, though, is that they can run at any time. You could give them a berry and then be like, fuck you, and leave.
Yeah, that happened to me. I found a Chansey in Mount Moon, and I was like, "What the fuck, Chansey?"
Yeah.
And I threw like 20 Pokeballs at it, and then she was like, "Peace."
Yeah, and so the Pokeballs, like, you just kind of launch them at it, like very much like it took me a while. Like it feels like Pokemon Snap on the way you're shooting the Pokeballs at them. Just shoot out right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, and so, you know,
are you like you'd want like a visual representation of you?
You don't want to see the ball. You want to see a hand throwing the ball
because you like doing that thing where you spin them in Pokemon Go and then you like toss them. Can you do that?
I've not seen that at all.
You can't curveball or anything.
I haven't
like
seen a curveball. Okay.
Did you see that thing that I know is old news, but like they invented that somebody made like a plastic thing that you put in on your phone, it makes it
trace it.
It shows you exactly how to throw the Pokeball, but like it's a stencil for throwing Pokeballs in Pokemon Go.
Jesus. So here's what I like about going to that system. One, you can, obviously, like Kyle had said earlier, you can chain. So you know, if you keep catching the same Pokemon over and over and over again, you get a chain, and the chain increases your XP that you get. It also increases your chance
per Pokemon caught, by the way,
as well as increasing your chance to get a shiny Pokemon if you care about that thing.
And then similarly, like in Go, like when you just look in your first off creature comforts out the wazoo, like I said, you don't have to go to a Pokemon Center to switch your Pokemon now. You just have a box in your inventory.
I was explaining that to Ross. She's like, I got to go to a Pokemon Center. I'm like, no, you can just go to the Pokebox, and it's Bill's PC is in your bag now.
Yeah, you just do it. So like, and if you go like, oh, I chained 30 Rattatas, I have 30 Rattatas in my bag, you just go, hey Oak, throw these in the grinder, and he's like, I got you, and then he's like, here's candy, like how it happens in Go as well.
Yeah,
to my knowledge, I don't play
the leveling up system is similar to Go. You get the candy for the Pokemon that can allow you to increase their power, as well as individual stats. Like if you get a quick candy that can be used to increase their speed.
Yeah, that's the like how they have items in previous Pokemon that do the same thing,
right? Yeah.
But you can use a finite amount of them. So.
Yeah, rare candy still does level up of the Pokemon. So the other chains that I like
are sorry to interrupt.
No, go for it.
Are some of the stipulations of catching Pokemon involving them still in this game?
Like
gotta trade a Gengar or something. They get a Haunter or something.
I think so. Yeah,
they do have a thing where you can trade with regular random people. They're like, hey, I'll trade you a Rattata for a Rattata, and you go, that sounds dumb. And then you trade with them, they'll give you an Alolan form.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then also like similarly, like there some guys like, oh, you caught 50 Pokemon. Here's a Squirtle.
Yeah, they do that. There's just like trainers who's like,
there's like one guy who's just an ass trainer. Like he was just like, yeah, I suck at training, and I have a Charmander, and I feel bad because I'm squandering my Charmander. Mm-hmm. And he's like, will you please take this from me? Mm-hmm. And you're like, yeah, dog, I'll take your Charmander. And he's like, thank God.
He's like, thank you for taking this Squirtle.
Here you go. And then the Charmander's also like, thank God.
That lady was like, did you run into
I'm a dragon. Like, what the fuck?
There's a lady who's like, hey, do you like cats or dogs? And I'm like, let me get a dog. She's like, go catch 5 meows. And then she's like, I'll give you a cool Pokemon. And I like caught those meows. She's like, you still like cats or dogs? I was like, I still like dogs. She's like, okay, here's this Arcanine. He's a cool dog. So
it's a real nice dog.
That's how I got an Arcanine to ride. Anyway, so back to the catching thing. Here, the last improvement that I like is that since you're not catching wild Pokemon, where you don't have to worry about like losing a Pokemon over accidentally killing it, or making it faint. You don't have to worry about whittling it down or putting it to sleep. You're just trying to catch that Pokemon in there.
Also, catching like things in this game is so much faster.
Yeah.
Like it's like you don't have to whittle down health.
Yeah.
Like in order to like catch a Pokemon, you can just throw an item at it to like whittle its health down. You know what I mean? Like it works way more similarly to how like the Safari Zone was in like the first games. And that, sometimes they just run. Other times you just throw a Pokeball, you catch them. And it's just like, everything's just faster. It's just more fluid. It's faster. Like you're just more entertained. Like I am definitely still on the side of like, man, I wish that my stat grinding thing was available to me, and like I want to be able to be competitive, but I can't. So it's not worth worrying about. You know what I mean? So like once I got over the things that I don't like, I'm embracing the things that I think are better now.
Well, the other bonus that I like to mention there is like when you go and catch these Pokemon, it applies the XP that you earn to all of the Pokemon.
Yeah, everything XP shares.
Right, XP share is turned on by default. Like the
well, it's not even like an item, like right.
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's just like you kill a thing and you go, your Pikachu gets this much, your dude's waiting get this much, and you're like
in a battle. So the only battles you get are against trainers and gym leaders, and then even then,
coach trainers.
Yeah, they have coach trainers which give you. Do they give you the HMs or TMs?
Yeah, both. But like they're like, yo, coach trainers are like, we're harder than everybody else. And you're like, yeah, well, the rest of this game is fucking easy peasy.
They kind of act as a barrier to if you can beat them, then you know you're good to go into the next area.
Well, there's master trainers too.
Yeah. Those guys are.
Yeah. Well, I haven't fought any master trainers yet, but those guys are like we 1v1, and it's like this Pokemon, like it's like my Charizard versus your Charizard or something like that.
Yeah. What is a group of tree guys? I forgot what it was, but it's Danny, Aaron, and Ross.
That's
pretty cool.
They're psychics, and Aaron has a Ghastly, and Danny has a Haunter, and Ross has a Gengar.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really cool that they put them in there, and they did some other stuff too.
Yeah, there's a lot of like cute things,
but
like nods.
The the one of the things is there's a lot of stuff where they're like putting things on easy mode before you go into the gym. They do a check to make sure you can pass the gym or you have a chance.
Like, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah,
you walk into Brock's gym and then the guy's like, you can't even come in here unless you have a grass or a water type. Like, go get one, otherwise you can't come in here. And then Misty's gym is like, do you have at least a level like 20, 15 Pokemon?
15, yeah.
Like 15 or 20 Pokemon. They're like, show, and then you have to go into your inventory and be like, here's my Pikachu, and he goes, all right, cool.
Oh,
well, they want you. They don't want you to go and like
how I play every Pokemon game. One Pokemon kills them all. That's
you can
it.
do that. You can
still
do that because like Pikachu, despite like being electric type, does learn a lot of basic moves. And did you know? Like, did you notice that Bite is marked as dark now? It's a dark move.
It's been dark for a long time.
Okay, well, it wasn't before in Gen 1, but now it is.
Correct. Yeah.
So now they've added these types.
That's what I'm saying. Like and also there's fairy. Like Mr. Mime's a psychic fairy,
right?
And
exactly.
Like the upgrades in previous, like they carry over. But
so the intro is really dope. By the way, if you love original Gen 1 Pokemon, when you come in, you're like, oh yeah, this is what this would be like.
Really fucking nostalgic, dude.
And they
does it do the da 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 da? Oh really?
Yeah, they do
a little bit. It's like a different version of it, but like it's got a nod to it. Also, just like
the music comes in.
They really like. I know, like
Switch instead of a Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
of course.
The things that always
Gen change.
They always kind of like shove this like, you're friends with your Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like it's they always kind of shove that in your face. It fucking feels like that with Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
Like or Eevee.
Yeah.
Like there's like a whole mechanic where like you just pet them and like they're stoked and like they learn stuff from it and they get better stats from it and like you don't have to do it. You just fuck off with it.
Is that Pokemon on me? Whatever.
Kind of, it's like Pokemon on me.
Yeah, I'm good.
But like
you don't have to do it.
The things that are great, like what are those weird attacks called?
Oh, the
Zippy Zap and
like the ones that I learned, like a Blizzy Slip and
yeah, but what's it called? Marvelous
they're
moves.
Like Marvelous moves, yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking busted. But if you kill somebody with a marvelous move, you go like, "You did it, Pikachu! I knew you could do it." And then Pikachu like looks back at you, like he's like, "Yeah," like, and then like when you beat like a gym leader. I don't know what you do with Eevee.
Eevee jumps up and does a turn and gives you a
high five with Pikachu with his tail. It's like it's fucking adorable. Like I feel like a real connection with my Pikachu like through this game. So like I was like it never feels that way. It always feels like a burden in every game when they're like,
jeez.
Well, it does. And those where they're like, go to the beauty contest and fucking do the beauty contest thing. And you're like, no, that's boring. I don't want to do it. And then like the things that like I
didn't even want to drop a Pokemon off at the nursery.
Yeah, it's awful. But like they take the things that work from that like Pokemon to me, and then they make them subtle and like versatile in this game. So like I don't know, like I said, like I don't normally feel like a connection with my Pokemon, but like Pikachu feels like a friend, like a pet, like not like
cool.
He's not a weapon. I mean, he is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I really enjoy the game. It does have an oversimplification of Pokemon. Does, yeah. They don't explain to you what the natures do. They don't explain to you that you're IV training and what all that is.
Yeah.
They do explain to you types a little bit in the type and the type.
I'm pretty sure your Eevee or your Pikachu get perfect IVs though.
Yeah, and then they don't. The genders are there and they don't really explain if that has any relation to anything because you're not breeding them. I'm trying to think what else like it's kind of come short. I mean, it's not challenging.
Have you put anything in a Pokeball yet? Like in your?
No, I haven't done that. I literally just know that it has Mew in it, and I haven't even like.
I know that somebody told me that they got 2,000 experience for having their Pokemon in a ball with them, and they like walk to the store and walk back, and they got 2,000.
I should have brought it to work with me today. I'm going to Disney tomorrow.
Put somebody in there and like see what you get.
Put Chackers in there. Put my own guy.
I put my guy Chackers.
I put my boy Chackers in there. There's also
I named my rival Chris Frank.
Oh,
is that funny?
That's funny. Yeah. I named mine Dijon. Like a mustard.
like mustard.
Yeah. I'm like, this guy's fucking Dijon. Did I tell you what I named my Eevee?
No.
Stevie. S-T-E-V.
But it's capital. Eevee's capital, but the S-T isn't.
Yeah.
It looks so stupid.
It looks great.
Every picture that he sends me, I'm like, God damn it. So fucking dumb.
I did it. I like looked at it. I was like, do I make it all caps? I was like, let me look at how the other Pokemon are done. And I was like, I know exactly what to do.
Opposite time. Let me ask you this. What's Eevee's personality like? Is he like pretty energetic like Pikachu is? Or like
just chilling and just kind of like...
Is he really? Yeah. He's not like... Pikachu's a fucking chatterbox, man. The worst thing is, I meant to ask you, did they customize Eevee's call at all? Like, does he sound different?
So I think the voice actor, Ra and I were talking about this earlier. I think the voice actor is the same for both. Like Eevee and Pikachu have the same voice actor because it just goes.
Because like in previous games, like Pikachu like made like a zapping noise, and now he Pikas. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like it's like that does get a little tiresome. Yeah, in a way. Well, I kind of prefer if he just made like electric noises. Yeah, but
turns out the Pokemon I like to hear the most, Caterpie,
because it's quiet.
No, because it sounds like, what the hell is that?
Oh. There's an old video where a guy would call like retail establishments asking for Pokemon plushes.
Like, hey, do you have?
But yeah, he would ask for them in their Pokemon call.
Oh God.
So like what was the one that was like the weird like Drowsy has like this fucking ridiculous
right?
Oh no, Jinx was the worst one because he was like like it's this obnoxious fucking thing, and like the person on the phone was like, "No, fuck you!" Like
this is what I like doing. Hold on. Damn it!
Nailed it. Wow, fucked it up already.
Oh, I have Bluetooth on like a.
It's going through the stuff.
No, it's on my headphones.
Oh, you fucking.
Someone called me today, and I was like, I can't hear you, and I hung up on him.
Oh, he goes. Okay, I guess he does still sound kind of like Eevee. He sounds a little different.
It's just me jamming the call button. Just oi, oi, oi. Yeah, that's good stuff. Trying to think of other shortcomings. Like, I guess if you want like a hardcore Pokemon RPG, like a mainline thing,
yeah, it's not there.
It's not there. You're not gonna get it. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to breed, you're probably gonna be bummed out. If you want to IV farm, it's there, but it sucks. And if you want to fight competitively,
you're not gonna do that.
It's there. Like, battles are there, but like, why would you do anything else?
Challenge anybody?
Yeah, you can fight people.
Not like online?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. There's no Wonder Trade.
Yeah. But like, why would you do anything besides just fucking Marvelous attack things? Yeah. Or Wondrous attack or whatever. Dude, so there's this guy who's just standing in a fucking Pokemon Center and he goes, "Hey, do you want me to teach your Pikachu a Marvelous move or Wondrous move or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And then I only had one option. Joey had like 3. Pikachu learns an attack called Zippy Zap. Thanks.
Listen to
this fucking nonsense.
Is catch him on fire.
It's a 50 power move, so like pretty average damage or whatever. 15 PP. It always goes first, and it always criticals. 100% critical rate. Yeah. And it's also electric, so Pikachu gets the stab bonus, the same type attack bonus. So, like, literally everything I've used Zippy Zap on has died in one shot. Literally everything.
It's because he hasn't been fought in Lieutenant Surge yet.
Yeah, but Misty sucked my balls.
Oh, really? Misty was, like, tough.
No, nope. Like, electric Pokemon, she's water. I was like, Zippy Zap, and her fucking thing died. And she was like, Starmie, and I was like, Zippy Zap, and it died.
Oh, you didn't fight Starmie using Scald, which is a fucking fire attack. I was like, holy shit.
No, it died in one shot.
It's a water type with fire moves. Get the fuck out of here.
No, it died in one attack, Joey.
I was really
I was Zippy Zap.
I was super pissed. I thought about taking the electric move that that Eevee could learn.
Yeah, but your Eevee does physical stuff. He's got physical stats, so you should have taken. I think you took the right ability.
The fire one where he just catches on fire and slams into him, and then they catch on.
His
doesn't do that.
His does 90% damage, or it's like 90 attack power, and then it 100% chance to burn them. Like, I was like, what the fuck? These moves are insane.
I like setting shit on fire.
Anyway, crazy how good those moves are.
But yeah, I mean, if you like Pokemon and you really like Pokemon Go, the other thing I should say, the Pokemon Go integration is weird. You can bring your Pokemon from Pokemon Go into.
Yeah, you can like
bring them in.
I think you can do them vice versa.
No, you can only bring them out of Pokemon Go into Pokemon Let's Go, and then they go to the Safari Zone, but it's not called the Safari Zone anymore. And then you have to recatch them there, and then.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I see you sleeping over there
a little bit. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we can talk about Red Dead. You want to talk about Red Dead?
Yeah.
Did you play any of that?
Yeah, I did.
Well, let's talk about Red Dead. Where are you at?
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3? You better than me. 1, 2.
Did we even talk about this?
I don't know. Did you punch your horse yet?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Whoops.
What's your bounty at right now?
0. I paid everything off.
Oh, really?
Not in Blackwater.
You're paying
no, Blackwater, no, not one. I just fucking don't make me go to a town, kill someone. It's like you have a warrant.
You're now wanted.
I don't want to do that mission. God.
Are you talking about the one where you go save Micah?
There's like 8 of them. There's like 8 of them.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Micah is a good fucking source of that. Yeah. It's like, oh, there's a mission for Micah. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I hate him.
I don't want to do the mission.
Like every time I see Micah, I'm like, I should just kill this guy, and he would be like,
it's like save Micah. Oh, okay. Destroy the town he's in. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, for the love of God, Micah.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh yeah, I murdered a whole town to get my guns back, and you're like,
Jeez.
what?
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm like, oh, great. There was one with Dutch. It's like, he goes, gentlemen, because they had Martison and I think Hosea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the Driscoll leader, I forgot his name. And he's like, we're gonna off these boys if you don't. And then you can go to Deadeye and kill them. So I killed them. Sheriff comes after me. They have my boys. Why are you coming after me? I hate you. I hate this town. Yeah. I'm going to set it on fire.
No, and like Dutch is the worst too.
Dutch is a fucking horrible piece of shit.
I also hate
everyone. There's articles being like, why Dutch is such a fucking different plateau of character traits. I'm like, no, he's boring.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
He's boring. He's fucking. I could see the turn that he's gonna do. I could see the.
It's literally Arthur Morgan, and everybody else is terrible.
Oh.
Like
I think yeah.
What about Uncle? Uncle was in
Uncle.
Yeah.
The old guy.
Yeah, his name's Uncle.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Hosea.
Oh, wow. No, Uncle.
The guy with the long gray beard, who you like ride into town with the girls on the wagon at the beginning.
Oh,
yeah, his name's Uncle.
I like Hosea and I like Arthur.
Hosea's fine.
Darren said, "Fuck Micah."
Yeah, fuck Micah.
Fuck Micah.
And he said Lenny and Charles are great. That's because Lenny has that bar fight.
That whole drunk scene with Lenny.
Yeah.
Why you leave me, Lenny?
Yeah.
I was like, that was
did you make it over the fence or did they catch you?
I made it over.
Yeah, I made it over too.
Did you see Lenny and Lenny fucking?
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, like Kyle said, I don't care for any of the characters. I'm not invested into any of them. I like Arthur because I get to pick what he does. I get to choose what he says. And
he's also just like a smart mouth, and like he's got like good wit, and like he's also like
they wrote him really well.
You can also like I understand that there's not like dialogue choices, so to speak, but your actions kind of speak.
Your
for
actions speak
with Morgan.
I agree.
And so like I really like both sides of him. Like I've played him like kind of ruthlessly, and I've played him like kind of Paragon as well. Because like I'm playing him like how I would be in those situations.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like I'm not just like doing good things all the time. Like if somebody like comes up to me and threatens me, I'm like, well,
no, you're dead.
I'm like, I have a shotgun and this is the Wild West, so like I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
like, sorry,
same way.
So like both options like feel valid with him. So yeah.
I'm trying to think. Any favorite moments yet or anything like that, you know?
My favorite the bar scene is
That's what everyone says is their favorite.
I could tell you straight out, I don't remember any mission. That's why I don't see why people are fucking on this game's dick so bad.
All right, well, we can go into this.
So I think I 100% agree with you. I also think that on the whole the game is actually pretty boring. I think that there's a lot of interim between parts of the game that are fun. Like and like expositionally it handles itself like fairly well.
It does,
but like there's also times where you're just in a boat and they're singing a song for like fucking 5 or 6 minutes, and it's like what is happening? Like I just don't understand. Why are there 10-minute horse rides? Like it's just like
oh god.
And like I understand why. Like it's you know
it's supposed to be immersive. I really do. But
I think, do we talk about that on the podcast?
We did.
Okay, I didn't remember if we talked about it on the podcast, but that game is 100%. role playing, and the role you are playing is cowboy.
Yeah, 1899 cowboy.
I don't
but, like,
need,
that's
I don't want to
problem.
sit at a campfire and grind out bullet by bullet by bullet. It's like
I'm not disagreeing.
I don't want
pick a 10, done. Okay, thank you.
I don't want to eat stew for 6 minutes. Like so like that's the thing is like the whole idea of immersion in a video game. It only goes so far, right? Because like when after a while you've just created the real world, and then there's still nothing fun to do in it. That's the problem with like making a super immersive experience. Life is hard and it's boring. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like a lot of times where like you have to find something to do to entertain yourself.
So the weird shit that you run into.
The weird shit's great.
Like the inbred town. The guy playing the banjo, that's pure fucking inbred. Like, holy shit. Brother and sister that were married and wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking, though, that's like, oh shit. This is weird
those, like,
shit that's happening.
Those weird bounties that you get from the sheriff and stuff. Like, I really like those too. Like, there's like, it's like
have
kind of
you
a
seen the
coin
Ghost Train?
No, I haven't seen a Ghost Train, man. Jeez, that's cool.
It's a fucking thing that appears. You can't manifest it by clicking a button. It really appears. That's a spoiler.
I no, I'm just saying. Like, I don't think it's a spoiler, but I just don't want one to come up. You know, like,
that's not a spoiler. 2 o'clock in the morning, walk by a track, Ghost Train.
Pretty cool.
That shit was cool.
But yeah, like I think the game suffers from some pretty bad pacing issues.
There's dead air.
Yeah,
there's plenty of dead air. And the whole point, oh yeah, it's like you said, it's immersive. You want to do this, like, then why the fuck can I fast travel from Arthur's camp? That's pretty fucking immersive breaking. Like, you give me avenues to break it, but yet it's so mundane. Some of the shit that I got to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like
pick what you want to be. Just pick what you want to be. Don't give me the option.
I feel like a creature comforts patch would make that game so much better. Like, if they were just like, you've been to this town, there's a stagecoach, it costs $5, you can go there and back. The end. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not breaking immersion. That just makes my life easier. Like, I don't feel like riding to Strawberry or to
I mean,
that's how you pad out your game.
Right.
You pad out your game for gameplay.
Well, I mean, let's be a little fair here. That on one end, I'm not saying that, like,
the game's good. I'm not knocking it.
There's so much there's so much game there and so much to see there. When people say they pad it out, I really feel like I don't feel like that game isn't a game that needs padding. So the idea of padding something that, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't need it.
Yeah, that's what I think the issue is.
I think, well, if I were making that game, what my argument would be is, like, we spent almost a decade making this game, and I'm sure as shit going to make sure you see every nook and cranny, and that you can't fast travel past something. Now, I understand, like, to an extent, like,
well, fill some of the scenery up.
That's my problem.
But that's the thing, is if they fill it up, then the West is too active and it's not authentic. You want it to be open. I get it.
I get what you're saying.
And it's a valid argument.
I don't want to. What's St. Danes? What's it called? The busy city with the tailors and the. There's a city in fucking Red Dead 2. Like, it's on the lower right hand corner. St. Dean's, it starts with an S and
Sardines.
Sardines. I don't recall. Like, that's too busy. I didn't like it. I'm like, oh no, this feels like Assassin's Creed almost. Like,
yeah, when you start getting to, like, paved roads and stuff like that,
but a fucking town like
San Denny's.
San Denny's, there we go, that's the one. But you go to Valentine or something like that, that's fucking awesome. Like, I love this. Like, give me more towns like that. Denny's. Then you go to Green Emerald and it's like, oh, it's just like 2 barns. That's all it is. Okay, that's stupid.
Also, I don't like people watching me kill people. Also, I don't like fighting people, and then I choke them. I'm trying to fight them.
I'm walking my dog. I'm like, oh, I'm going to hitch my horse there. Triangle. Knock over a lady. Oh.
You fool.
I saw it. I'm turning the sheriff. Fuck you.
You run him down. You're like, you don't see shit.
I was like,
you know, that game is very big, and it's very open, and I understand that.
If the AI is adaptive and learning, and because they tell stories, they're like, oh, yeah, you saved Joe Bo. He's alive right there in the tavern, telling stories of your praise. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Then learn that I'm not the only fucking asshole in town. There's some other idiots are shooting me. Like, law should go after them, but the law doesn't do anything.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That I don't like. Like, I think in Red Dead 1 they did that. Like, the law attacked outlaws that attacked me.
Yeah, if it's like storyline related, I think they do. But like otherwise, like,
well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
In like the open world, yeah.
In Red Dead 1, they felt more alive. They felt more organic.
They're only. Well, that's the thing is, like,
I liked every single character I ran.
Every time, right? It's literally every fucking time. I know he is. He's doing his job. I'm not trying to give him shit. Like, good, stack your paper, but like, Every time?
I don't think anyone can hear it. We'll check.
Fucking leaf blower outside. You can check the podcast every fucking time.
I made this argument. Like, I like every character in Red Dead 1. I really like them all.
I don't even like Red Dead 1 that much.
I like Red Dead 1.
So like, I know. I'm just taking a hard stance
like
here.
every character I ran into. There's a lady that I don't know how to spoil it, but there's like a mission where you take her out because she had enough of it. She's like, I gotta do stuff. So Arthur takes her to town and she does stuff. All of a sudden she changes clothes and becomes a fucking crazy woman and starts shooting things. I'm like,
Go on.
And then you get a bounty. I'm like,
go on.
It was her. Why am I'm involved by like
by proxy? Yeah.
All right.
Some of it's just forced on you. I didn't like it.
The
game is fucking great though. For like I said, I always fall back. The weird shit you do is fucking awesome.
Also, just
Darren says they will if you don't shoot, but the response time against the NPCs is long. So he's probably behind talking about where we were, where like them responding to you being shot at.
I feel like they just never have, but hey,
from a technical standpoint, the game's like a masterclass. Like
the game is marvelous to look at. Like
sure.
Well, I mean, just like mechanics too, like physics in the game. Like walking through snow is incredible.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought just about how Arthur fell through the.
Oh no! I mean, obviously there's buggy shit, but like. But you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like,
also fix your fucking controls.
Like somebody punches you, it knocks. If somebody punches you, it knocks your hat off. You can pick your hat up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
cool.
I love shit like that. Like
the controls are goofy as fuck.
Dude, tapping A so much fucking bums me out. Like
why can't you can go in the menu and change the.
Can I change it to hold down A?
No, you can switch it to toggle.
Jesus fucking Christ! Why did?
Yeah, you can do that.
Turns out I'm the fucking idiot.
But still, the control.
Why would you do that? Right?
Still, the controls are intuitive. Like,
yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of like, okay, if I insert rod A here and rod B, I can hold this. Oh, there, now he fishes. Like, I don't understand some of the shit you got to do to that. Like, hold L1, R2 to cycle, select what you want, let go of R1. Then sometimes he doesn't even do what I want. I'm like, I selected the camera. Pull out the camera.
It's 3 things over, and then you better make sure when you get off your horse that you're selecting,
and that you also holstered your gun, and that you didn't walk into the house. Yeah, no, there's some shit like that.
There should be a fucking set itinerary that you carry. Set A on you, done. That's it. You don't holster it on your horse.
Like also,
I walk around like, oh shit, my shotgun. No, and I get
Arthur
dead.
should just
calm down.
Arthur should just be smart enough to like not fucking just walk into places fucking guns blare. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing that I have the most issues with is like. I understand that it's like for the sake of like quote unquote convenience, but like walking up to somebody, like holding down L trigger, like making sure that like I'm looking at them, I say the right thing, and I have to hold it down, but I want to talk to somebody else now, so I have to like let go and then look at them and then do the thing.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Like it's like every other game, if I just point my camera at them, I can just say a thing, right? Like it's like. Like it just seems like there's this extra step to everything,
and then you can actually accidentally shoot people and stuff like that. I do think
draw your weapon. Okay, draw. Don't let go of R2. Don't let go of R2. I let go of R2.
Have you done a duel? I've heard some people complaining about the duels.
Yeah.
Why does Deadeye with the level increase change? That
makes it super better.
Yeah, well, because originally
made it better.
Well, first level,
I don't like it.
No, the first level of Deadeye, you just get the sweeping thing where you don't get to pick.
I fucking love that.
This one, no, but this one you can be like that guy's head.
That guy's head.
No, I know. I just like I don't want to waste time. Like Deadeye, done. Like I love that.
Also,
so when no. So when
I shot that horse 6 times.
No, I leveled up and I was doing like one of the cards. Oh, the Gunslingers of the West, like for the newspaper, the book. So I was doing that. So the guy's like, draw. I'm like, all right, Deadeye. Why isn't it marking? Why isn't it marking what?
You gotta hit
that. Dead. I'm like 5 times until I realized I had to Google it. I'm like, I leveled up Deadeye. That's dumb.
Also, why is there no downside for snake oil?
Yeah,
like I literally am just like riding and I'm like, kill that or Deadeye, kill that guy, kill that guy, kill that guy, and then I just go snake oil, and then I go Deadeye, kill that guy, kill that guy, kill it.
That is one of the things I will say.
You're on your horse, so you can't feed your horse.
The managing of the
what's he supposed to do? The horse supposed to like,
well, like you go, here you go.
Like, you pull out your carrot on a stick and you go,
hey,
good boy.
So that is like one of the things, like I don't like managing the stamina and the Deadeye.
I hate this
and your health.
The icons for them are really confusing.
They are
later on, like it's a little bit better, but like to begin with, like I was like, what the fuck do they mean cores? Like what is that? That's just the indicator. The whole thing. You're just calling it a core.
I fucking hate this. Your horse is dirty. It might not travel as best.
You gotta brush.
I don't fucking care.
You gotta keep wiping that horse.
Yeah. You got to wipe that horse.
Oh, I gotta get off. Here you go. Are you clean now? Can we go? Proceed with the game.
All right. Darren said you can feed him mounted left option on the horse menu. I remember doing it in a.
Can you?
I remember doing it in an early mission, but I
think you feed him.
I always have to get off to feed him. Like I never mounted him. Oh my god. Oh, Seabiscuit.
have you considered L2P? Like,
all right.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like I didn't care for the stamina thing. I don't care for the cleaning of the horse. Everything else is fucking good. It's just there's a lot of mundane padding.
I don't like one of the things that annoys me is I don't like there's a lot of things where it's not confirmed to buy.
Yeah.
You can like try to look at something, you just buy it, you're like,
oh, you did the ledger thing too by mistake? Oh, what's this fucking leather? Oh, I just spent $240. All right, cool. I bought it. I need it, but damn.
Last thing that I don't like.
Go on. Yes.
Tracking animals is garbage.
Yep.
That thing where you go,
fine.
oh, here's this thing, and I get to it, and then it's like, hold this to fill another meter, and you go, okay, and then it's like, here's another line to go to that thing, and you're just like, just fucking waypoint. What's wrong with you? Like
I killed that bear. I don't care what that game said.
Yeah, like
all right.
Also, did you see? It's just a fucking thing on Reddit, but like the guy was like, I found my first legendary fish. And he's like, he's like standing there with it, and he's like, yeah. And then like Arthur like turns around to like walk out of the waist deep water, and then Arthur just slipped on a rock, and then he drops the fish, and the fish gets away. And the guy was just like, the last scene of the thing is just him pushing the eject button on his console. Like, he's just like, I'm done.
I do feel like this game has enough critiques, let's call them that maybe there will be.
I think we're being pretty fair about it. Like we're all shitting on it, but like it's also
the game's
like,
fun. I'm still playing it.
I am too. And like I very much said that I didn't want to.
I had to take a break. Though.
I took a long break too. I'm playing Pokemon now.
Spyro.
I very much said that just seems like a good time.
Right. That's the thing is like this game feels like there's enough in it that you want to see it and you want to play it, but it feels like work.
Yeah.
And then it shouldn't feel like work.
That's what I'm saying. It gets fun. It gets awesome, and then that fun subsides a little bit, and you're like,
how much work do I got to do?
How much work do I got to go this? Okay, all right, let me trouble here.
Like, I make that argument about Assassin's Creed all the time. Like it's
there's some of that too.
You're like, man, the moments in Assassin's Creed when you're having fun are really fun.
Well, that's the
thing. Then everything in between is dog shit.
That's how.
That's not how I feel about Red Dead.
There's a lot of open world games that feel like that to me.
Yeah,
and I'm hopefully, like right now, we're in the part where they want everyone to experience the game. They want everyone to bring, to get the story, to get everything. And,
sure.
And hopefully they take some of this time and they say, hey, guess what? Now we know that everyone's playing it. You got this fast travel system we put in, we didn't want to put it there.
I already hear people being like, when's Undead Nightmare 2?
Oh, geez.
I think it's not going to be Undead Nightmare. I think it's going to be Cowboys versus Aliens.
Oh, boy.
I think that's what's going to be.
I like that
There's
idea.
2 UFO. Is this spoilers?
Yeah, maybe, but don't worry about
There's 2 UFO Easter eggs.
Yeah.
The fucking weird one that everyone's still trying to figure out. There's a fucking glowing red pentagram underneath a cabin.
Well, that's me.
At 5 o'clock in the morning, you have to go over there, and it's like, I forgot what cabin it was. Glowing red. No one's figured out what to do with it yet.
Well, let's move on.
There's some cool shit.
Let's talk about Spyro real quick. How you feel about that?
It's Spyro. It looks good.
I got it in the news.
I think it looks better than Crash.
Yeah,
it looks like a Pixar.
Well, that's because
game. It looks like Pixar.
So moving on to Spyro Reignited. Let's just everyone likes Red Dead.
I platinum Spyro 1.
So from my understanding,
Spyro 2 though
is all the original all the dragons they redid and like made them all.
Yeah, they all have fluid animation.
And they like gave them.
They have animations, individual fucking animations.
Exactly,
like that's impressive.
So
I mean, like anything you do with Spyro has to be a love letter.
So
right?
here's the thing in the news we'll talk about. Like that game's a steaming pile of shit on a disc. So like if you install,
you have to update it.
No. If you install the disc,
like
if you put the disc in, it is literally just gives you the first game, and that's it. Game 2, Game 3 are not on that disc.
That's why the install took fucking forever.
Yes.
I was like, that's a big day one update.
So it's a 60 gig game total, all 3 games. And the first game is on the disc and done. And like when you install it, you can't access it.
So no internet, it's just Spyro 1?
It's just Spyro 1.
And is it a shit show of Spyro 1 too? Or
no, it looks fine.
Spyro was good.
It looks great. So the most of the work went into most of the people. We're gonna enter speculative stuff. Sure. Most of the people are assuming that all the work went into Spyro 1,
and the assets just got redone,
and then they just kind of like, do 2 and 3. No one's gonna play those, And then like a lot of people are like, I really like 2 and 3, but like the polish isn't the level of polish isn't applied as well as it is to 2. And
I could
3.
tell that.
We have that in the thing, and then like a lot of people are saying like, you lovingly did 1. And then, you know, the fight being fought right now is like, this is supposed to be a game that's a remaster, that's an archival kind of piece.
Yeah.
You know, like when a person gets this game on a, you know, and again, I'm just doing this because we're running short on time with the news. They get this piece, you know, like as an example, because this month, because I had to install Red Dead and Fallout, which I haven't talked about yet. What else?
Joey ate through his bandwidth this month.
I ate my bandwidth.
Dude, he fucking annihilated his bandwidth this month. He had complained to me for like 10 minutes about it. Like, listen to this dumb bastard. He fucking $80 in overage because he had to fucking reinstall Red Dead twice or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. A bunch of stuff. But
at least it wasn't Fallout 76.
And like, not to, and
it was also Fallout 76. It was the beta for Fallout 76 and Fallout 76.
Oh, it's so
Dude
good.
got cucked. It's fucking bad.
So anyway, the
better.
point being is, if you're, you know, in your situation like myself where you have the bandwidth, you don't think about it. But like, what if you were paying by the gig, or you had to download it by the gig, or you don't have that? You know, this is supposed to be something you pick up off the shelf. What
play?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of sucks for people that just don't have online, like you said. Like,
if you went home and you
I
popped
spent
that disc in,
$60 and just played Spiral 1. That's
if
it.
I gave that to my son, who
on Christmas Day,
on Christmas Day, and he doesn't have the internet, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to play Spyro 2 is my favorite," and then you're like, "It's not even on the damn disc."
And there's no warning on Spiral 1. You know, usually games say internet required.
It does say.
It doesn't say that on the front cover.
They have some things on there that says it doesn't say internet required, but it does say like
it should.
Some features maybe.
It definitely should.
It'll say some features. There's a copy of Crash over there. You can read what Crash says. But
is Crash the same way?
I think Crash is similar, but I don't know.
Crash was not a big update like that.
That is the big argument. The big stink right now is like they put this disc out that's not done.
Oh, then they're like, oh, you can listen to music from Spyro Original and then Spyro Reignited. I'm like, all right, let me listen to it. I can't hear the difference. I'm like, it's good music.
There's an extra horn in here.
Yeah, I was like, this one has a live horn. This one just go. Okay.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that.
That's where comedy lies.
I mean, I'm excited about it. It looks great. I've seen it in Let's Plays and people variously playing it around me. And I'm really happy about it, and I was really excited about it, especially because they have a 2-pack with Spyro and Crash.
That's awesome.
I was like, that's holy shit. This is like, everything. It's like both for $60.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right, but like now why would I buy this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's still
I mean, I will buy it.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say like there's still.
But I'm gonna raise a stink about
There's still an argument. Yeah, I mean that's what you're doing right now. This is the stink raising. Solidarity.
Yes. I mean,
is it the same voice actor for Spyro, or do you got someone else?
All I know for voice actor for is Elijah Wood in that one that was on the 360. All right, so
let me at that nest.
Did you play Fallout 76
See the Snoop Dogg commercial?
Fuck, I'm sorry, just fuck the flight levels. It's a kid's game. It shouldn't be that goddamn hard.
You gotta collect 100 dragons.
Dude, I literally had to YouTube what's the path because this is stupid.
You should watch those Let's Plays like I do, or those speedruns like I do.
Oh God.
But
yeah, go ahead. No, I don't have
Fallout 76. Did anyone? I know Kyle played some.
I'm off it.
Oh yeah, I mean now the beta's over, I can talk about my time in the beta.
Yeah, I'm off.
So that game is like,
excuse me.
I don't know what everyone thinks it is, but let me tell you what it is. You take the Fallout 4 engine, and then you make a multiplayer-focused Fallout game with no NPCs, no human NPCs.
I agree with like 75% of that.
And then you implement the ability for other characters to interact with the world you're interacting with.
I still agree with 75% of that.
I mean, you build a base, you're gathering resources.
So apart from...
There's story there.
The game needs push to talk.
So bad. Yeah, it does. I was called the N-word like...
Oh, I've had nothing but good experiences.
I had a lot of good experiences.
I've seen streams. I'm like, the guy's like, and log off. Thank you. Like he literally had to log off.
Like this.
Well, okay, that could be stream snipers.
I will 100% agree with you if you are willing to concede that it is a Fallout light game.
Ooh, what are you saying making it light?
Are
you talking about the differentiation of the way VATS works?
Just the way VATS changes is enough.
The way the perk systems change, the way
perks and VATS.
Your load, your
I like the way perks work now.
I don't. I hate them.
VATS I don't like. VATS is why put it in the game in a multiplayer?
What are your stat points called in there when you apply them to special? You don't have points to apply to special. You just get perk cards.
Yeah,
and then those perk
you
cards
open
you can
packs
apply
and shit too.
Yeah.
Like it's
so the thing was that is like if you and I are on a team, we can share cards.
Sure. And I'm not saying that the game's without merit. Like that's not what
I mean, I gotta understand that. I don't know if that's 100% true.
My point is that like when you say that it's a Fallout game, like I just want to say that it is a Fallout flavored game. Like I think that
it's
like
in universe. It has all the trappings. You got super mutants. You got
but like you get like such a fucking
Fallout Shelter. That aspect you get it in.
You get like such a bland.
By that logic, it's not really a Fallout
like,
game.
You get like such a bland version of them. Like I don't know. Like I haven't come across like the thing like so like you find a feral ghoul, right? Like you're like sure whatever feral ghoul, but then like in Fallout. You find like a series of ghouls, like they're living in a community, they have goals, and
they need to get out from under 10 Penny Tower. I got some fucking real estate.
That's what I'm saying.
Here. People don't want no fucking ghouls underneath them.
It could be since they were the first vault out 76. It could be that things are still building like that. Economy, that system, that community.
Sure, but then
look,
that's the way I could see.
But like, so like, then I make the argument. Then like,
a lot of excuses.
Why is it set in this fucking boring time period? Then, like,
because then they want to make an MMO.
They really want to make an MMO,
and that's fine. But then just make an MMO that's more engaging.
Oh, I agree.
That's I agree. Issue.
I will say this:
it feels empty.
I like the implementation of, despite the fact this is a survival style game, that there's story there. I don't think it makes sense to party up, be like, hey guys, hey, don't run off and do the fun shit. I need to listen to these fucking holotapes.
I think that there's like sections of story, like the fact that there's not.
I need to read all these fucking emails, guys. We can't go yet.
Or the holodecks.
The fact that it's not like
I gotta play this tape.
There's not like some big overarching story. Like the overarching story is that like survival. You know what I mean? Like
right, sure.
There's nothing that's
everyone.
Yeah, but like there's nothing that's like keeping me engaged.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Here's where the good and the bad of it. The good. Well, let's do the bad. The bad is there's no story to bring you along. There is some story there to bring you along. It's minimal at best, probably, right? And serviceable. The good part about that is how many fucking hours did you spend not looking for your son in fucking Fallout 4?
That's a bad argument for me, but I understand for a lot of people it is a good argument.
Or looking for your Liam Neeson in 3.
Yeah, but like that's the thing.
Fucking
is, like,
doing what the house wanted you to do in New Vegas. You're like, you don't give a fuck about that shit. You're like, I'm shooting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Where's the Brotherhood of Steel so I can steal some power armor?
But then like,
why are you Nixon?
I'm Nixon.
Haru. But then
that's how I play Fallout. I'm Nixon all the time.
Make the shooting more enjoyable. Then like that's my problem is.
Well, because that's the problem. So the concession you have to make is because it's real time.
Fallout in a first person mode. How it's been for 3, Vegas, and 4. Has always been sloppy as far as like the shooting's concerned. And then VATS made it playable, like in my opinion. So then
that gave you the finesse you needed to not feel cheated.
And then like, cause like there's still like a percentage gauge, like there's like a way for me to be able to interact with things that isn't like a Twitch sensitivity. Like, so now I exist in this world where like, if I go into VATS, like I still have to like run up to a thing and like, fucking, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like
you can target limbs. You can unlock things later to let you target limbs.
And I'm sure it gets better. And I didn't give it, you know, I want to say like I put like maybe 10-15 hours into Fallout 76. So I'm not the guy who's like probably well versed enough to really give it like a strong critique. My issue is that like the 15 hours that I put into it wasn't engaging.
Well, here's my argument that I will make about this game, and that I will say it. Much like Destiny,
it's a good example.
If this is a game that you are not getting a crew to roll with, you're either going to have to find someone to roll with to make it worth your time.
I was playing with somebody hand in hand the entire time. If I hadn't have been, I don't think I would have even gotten as far.
I mean, you can roll through that game solo. I rolled through it solo, and I didn't want to deal with people because
it's advertised that you can roll through it solo,
right? Because I didn't want to. I wanted to listen to stupid holotapes and fucking read stupid emails, and I don't want someone rushing me. Joey, we got to go make it to this public event, so that I don't care about that public event that we're not going to finish.
Public events are awful.
I mean, I did a couple of them that were pretty cool. But it's just because everyone was working together to do it, because we were all happened to be in the same spot at the same time.
Like my issue is it's just like, okay, so we have all these avenues where like the conventions that exist in this game exist in other things.
I was like, what the fuck?
You guys fun seeing over there?
A little bit.
So like for instance, like the communication system where like if you're near somebody, like PUBG does it to a VR chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't I have a similar sense of community that I have in those games that I have in this game? Because Fallout promotes seclusion. So like it's one of those things where like I don't think Fallout first off makes sense as a multiplayer game. Flat out in general,
Okay, sure.
I already think that this is not the world for this, and that it absolutely is just basically a money grab.
This is where I kind of differ from your opinion right there. I agree. Fallout shouldn't be a multiplayer game. I really agree. This one, yes, only because of the whole stipulation that this is the first vault. So there's a bunch of people getting out of this vault, establishing the world, and then they'll become the NPCs in Fallout 1, 2, and 3.
I've seen a lot,
And that's a fair argument.
That's like, the way I see it. It doesn't make it right to me. Like,
I've seen a lot of people call it a money grab, but
aren't you all playing the same character though? Like, isn't that the thing?
No, like everyone's coming out.
Everyone comes out
arguably, you are coming out. You are the same character, but you could always just say, "Oh, these are all the people that came out of the vault with me or after me."
Right, but then wouldn't I know them? Okay, we're semantics. Yeah. Like it's all, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't like Steve. He's an asshole.
Right, yeah. Like when I was in the vault, Steve was a dick to me. So like now, you know,
I guess if you live in the same apartment complex, you don't know everybody lives in the same apartment complex.
It's the tubes from Fallout 4.
Apartment complex isn't a vault. But,
right.
Fine. What's the Judge Dredd thing that they get? Peachtree. There we go. They all got locked up in Peachtree.
Mega City 1.
Mega City 1.
But
it's a good movie.
Okay, so I've spent a fair amount of time about what I don't like about it. The things that I do like about Fallout 76.
Although the new codes have been hacked, and you can just.
I think that's super entertaining.
That's in the news.
I love the robot humor that's in Fallout.
Yeah, okay,
just inherently, like I think Protectrons and Mr. Handies are super entertaining, and they're fucking everywhere. So I love that.
Those Mr. Handies are so annoying.
The choice of color palette for that game is
more vivid. I'm glad we're not in a desert or a bombed out city.
I know
it's still that engine though.
Yeah, it's still that engine,
right.
but like when you wander up to one of those fucking weird ass frogs, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen a Mothman yet?
No.
Like the shit that
I'm not playing. I'm seeing streams only.
The fucking colors that those things are putting out, like, dude, like fucking just walking up, like playing Fallout and then walking up on a fucking blue flower, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I do like that
so it has something like high fidelity.
It does. Well,
again, what the engine could do is high fidelity.
Yeah, there's also like some times where like I walked up on like some shit that like was just code written on the ground, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm not gonna look at that and just like walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like
I've seen that.
The foliage is always a hit or miss in that fucking game.
That's why I was that. I made that point. Like I was like, Wesley was talking about it, and then like I was like, "What are you talking about? This branch is literally like a polygonal mess." Like I just walked up to it, and it's one line of you know what I mean? Like it's
looks great. What are you talking about?
How old is that engine now?
It's P old.
Isn't it Fallout 3 old?
No, this is 4.
This is the 4 engine.
Yeah, it's 4 engine.
They need to fix it. It had all these issues in 4 anyway.
Like what? I still can't get a fucking decent beard. I know I'd bitch about this in every game, but like
you can get one in
Red Dead. You get a great beard in Red Dead.
Yeah, there you go. Red Dead's well.
Red Dead got a nice beard. It clips into everything too.
You get a mustache. All right. I definitely think that
connectivity's strong. I'll give it that. I never had a single connectivity issue.
I will say that game. Know what you're buying, know what you're getting. I feel like there's a lot of people who bought that game just based on the fact that they're getting a new Fallout in the title, and they're like, "I like Fallout," and then they bought it.
Let's also examine their previous entry into this kind of forte, Elder Scrolls Online, which at its infancy was an absolute shit show,
right? And then they got better,
and then became a contender to World of Warcraft.
It got better,
not a good one, but a contender to World of Warcraft.
They just did what, Somerset?
Yeah.
So they did Morrowind, Somerset.
So like
they said they're still doing more.
There's room to grow. I think that Fallout 76 is absolutely in its infancy, and that it has.
Can you add DLC to this type of game?
They can do whatever they want. They can
you can put out an expansion. You can.
All they got to do is like, oh, there's a train car up here in this corner. Go get in it, and it'll take you to a new map.
Yeah. So, like I said, who knows?
Can you play Country Roads on your Pimp Boy?
Yes, absolutely can. You get that new version though, not the John Denver version.
The radio tells people where you are. You don't turn that shit on.
I just want John.
I was just walking around with my light on the whole time, like this game's dark as fuck.
I'm thinking so.
There's no gamma. Why does this game not have no gamma?
That's how I fuck with people. Is like, hey, we're gonna be quiet over there. Mountain Mama,
you just with it.
Turn off No Country Road.
just got it turned up and right next to the fucking speaker. Jesus Christ. All right.
I'd be the death of everybody. I don't give a shit.
Did anyone else play anything else worth talking about before we get into the news?
Nah, I nailed everything I hit.
I don't think, like, you know, I know we talked a lot.
Oh, I played Journey just for like a quick night.
Okay.
That game,
Journey.
That game is still fucking good.
I'm glad they still can't stop believing.
I believe in Journey till the day I die, man. That game is a fucking opus.
That Journey.
All right.
That game good.
So yes, I played Overwatch, new stuff with Ash.
Yeah, with Ash. Yeah. I heard that if you.
I heard she's whatever.
I heard if you throw McCree off the thing, she says, "See you, Space Cowboy."
Like if you're not aiming Bob right, Bob is a fucking waste sometimes.
Oh, you love him. I don't know if you're right.
Oh, you love him.
Like Ash is just like fucking Nutter Butters.
Isn't it every character the Nutter Butters? Like when y'all guys get it, I think.
Yeah, because like just fucking not enough time to.
I heard she's a good Pharah counter.
Yeah, she's hit scan. Everybody hit scan's good Pharah. But like that dynamite dude, it's like 175 damage. A lot. I mean, max. It does 100 burn damage and then 35 to 75 depending on where you are in the blast radius. She's pretty versatile. Good stuff.
All right. Well, let's get into the news. Sorry to cut that short.
No. That was it. I'm done. Ash came out in Overwatch. I played her.
I want to be done in like 20 minutes. All right. I don't know if you guys know, Valve has a really cool program where if you find a bug and you can show them how to replicate it, they will pay you. So there's a pretty cool article on Kotaku about.
I thought you were going to talk about their shit show card game.
I have that in there. So
how would you like to get paid, sir? Half-Life 3.
They paid a guy £15,000 to find a bug that generates free games. So basically, he found a way to like call into the system and to like call the directory and see if you have it, and then if you have it, they like, here's your key, and so he just like, oh, well, if you just tell him if you just guess the directory, it'll give you the key.
Fuck.
So he was just like guessing. He's like, yep, that was pretty easy. He's like, I'm surprised no one did it yet. So he just got paid for that. I think it was pretty cool. I always enjoy reading about like people finding.
Yeah, that's great.
Shit like
that's
that.
Cool.
Let's see.
Good guy, Valve.
Let's see. We'll close that. Artifact. That's what you were talking about. Like, so a lot of hate on Artifact.
It needs to be hated on.
So everyone's really complaining about the monetization. Mainly like people were complaining, like one of the ones, where's the one I just saw, is like you get the starters when you start off, but then you can still open starters in pack. The starter heroes in packs.
Starter heroes in packs. You can only get new cards for paying for them.
Yeah.
No trading.
Yeah.
Pack value's terrible.
Right, but you can sell them. You can sell your cards on the market though.
Sure. Right? Winning drafts. You can't go infinite winning drafts. You can only get 50% of your investment back.
Jeez. So there's a really high rake.
Yeah, like they're just like the money grab is insane.
I mean, Magic has a really high rake too.
Yeah, but Magic is also a time-tested, honored tradition of money loss.
All right, I was wondering where you were going with that. All right, I think that's all I have on those things. We're good. So remember how you guys wanted to buy those 2080s and those 2070s? You know, guess what, boys? You finally got a game that uses ray tracing. It's Battlefield 5.
Oh, great!
And people who said, "Yeah, don't turn that.
Don't turn that
on." It's poorly optimized. Like it tanked FPS. Like these are the top of the line cards, and the FPS just tanks. So
brilliant.
I bet they blame the woman.
Oh no. So yeah. So that's causing 1080 Ti's to go back up in price. All right.
Just to play fucking Battlefield 5?
Well, because they're like, they spend all this money on these cards that suck. All right.
Guess.
I don't know if you guys saw, you can now play Sunset Overdrive on Steam and Windows 10.
Cool.
That was a game that was exclusive to the Microsoft Xbox. People complaining about Riot Games. I don't really want to get into that because I don't think we have time. That's.
Do you guys talk about Blizzard in their press conference?
Yeah, we did. The something about having phones, right? We talked about Spyro. That's one I want to talk about. That's another one I'll talk about in a minute. I don't want to talk about the Game Awards. Don't want to talk about PS4.
About PlayStation not being there.
All right. Damn it. All right, so we'll go into it.
Oh, I don't know. I heard PlayStation no. I'm like, wait.
All right, so well, real quick. Final Fantasy 13 on the Xbox One just got backwards compatible. all 3 of them.
What did Final Fantasy you said?
13.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my phone was like, I'm listening.
They like super souped up the graphics, and everyone says it is the literal best way to play these now. So
13
visual masterpiece. Yeah, you have to play 13, but it looks great. All right. So
It's the best way to play this game.
We'll do this one
Not
first.
playing is the best way to play it.
So this is the thing that got me pumped. Hot. So we were talking about the Blizzard thing. Hot soup. So remember we were talking about the Blizzard thing, right? And everyone's like, hey, remember EA also shit the bed when they announced Command & Conquer Rivals, that mobile game that the Command & Conquer fans hated. So just like Diablo. So they came out, EA came out and announced that they partnered with Petroglyph Games, some of the original people from Westwood Studios, and they are remastering Command & Conquer Tiberium Dawn, which is the first Command & Conquer, and Command & Conquer Red Alert.
Oh, I love Red Alert.
Red Alert's good.
It's supposed to be like 4K remasters. So they also brought back...
I need 4K in a fucking RTS. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but when you get it, though...
I'm going to play World of Warcraft 3.
They also got...
Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3, sorry.
Yeah, I know you are, because it's one of the best games of all fucking time.
Shit, it's fucking dope.
Warcraft 3 was the one where I was like, this is too different. I'll probably replay it because I don't.
Warcraft 3 is a fucking masterpiece.
Well, I came from 1 and 2, and then 3 was very different.
2's very good. 3 is a fucking masterclass in
right, but it's
strategy.
Really fucking different.
It is
because you got like the hero units. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, hero units are the best part.
Yeah, everyone likes that. Anyway, so obviously they also announced that the expansions to those games will be in there as well. So Retaliation and
nice.
That's awesome.
Covert Ops. They also
finally.
Where's the one with Tim Curry?
Some good news.
That's Red Alert 3, I think is where he comes in.
We need that remastered.
Oh,
I need Tim Curry in the wheelchair talking to.
Ric Flair's in there too.
Ric Flair's in there?
He's in 3. Yeah.
I gotta Google this. I know Gina Carano's in it.
Yeah. See, this guy now. They're never gonna see Alf now. He's like, I gotta go, boys.
What?
I gotta figure out who voice acts people.
I want to see Ric Flair is in Red Alert.
He's in 3. He's in 3. He does the woo. Anyway,
he's the guy who woos.
He's there.
Show the camera. Show the camera.
Hold on.
He's got like blue camo on, right?
Yeah, it's like
show the camera. There we go. Nope, that's the back of your phone. Wow.
Oh, come on. Love
hey,
the video.
guess what? I still got that 2-camera one. There it is.
Now show it to me. Show it to you, boy. That's fucking Ric Flair.
That's fucking Ric Flair.
They also got back the original composer, so you'll get some sweet, sweet tunes. The second to last thing we'll talk about is rumor is Microsoft is building a disc-less Xbox One for next year. Well, go on, share with the class. Oh,
I don't know what that is. This is fucking funny.
So
I read about that. Yeah,
I mean it's rumored right now, not confirmed, but allegedly no drive. As a person who's had to buy a replacement drive, those replacement drives are $20, so it's not going to drop the price as much as you want it to. But for your all digital future. All right, so here's the big deal. I know we missed some other stuff, but this is the thing. Microsoft has confirmed, along with Nintendo, has confirmed they will be at E3 2019.
Oh, I thought we were doing the other thing. That's cool and everything.
No, the reason why they confirmed it is Sony has announced they are skipping E3.
I mean, similarly, EA pulled out, right? And
so EA is pulled out, Activision's pulled out.
Yeah.
Microsoft said they were no longer doing a booth there, and then they had their mixer booth. 2K scaled down. So like E3 is very slowly like becoming this weird thing. So like PlayStation has said they're not even going to be there at all.
Yeah.
Like period in a sentence.
Like not even digitally?
No. They said they're going to work on something else.
That's super weird.
So maybe they will do like a Nintendo Direct.
They canceled PSX, right?
Right.
That's fucking weird. That's weird.
Yeah, Microsoft had XO18 and they
it could be that they're sitting on the 5. Like sitting on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they said they're working on it. So like next year.
Like some of the leakers that leaked out information, like some of the, what were the frame rates on a fucking 4K that it was running? And like, the technology is not even there.
Yeah.
And they said this machine could pump it out.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know about that.
I mean, it's really weird because like
them missing out of that is weird.
You know, E3 is in the middle of transforming between like, I don't like.
It should just be a stream.
Well, all of it. You need. It's really weird. Here's what I'm saying. You need a place like that to exist. You need where companies are going and showing off. You don't need to spend that much money.
It became way too commercial now.
Right, but because
it lost its identity.
Right, but you still need.
No, I agree.
It's a lot easier to bring in one demo. Everyone brings their one demo to one place, and then everyone goes there and plays it.
Here's the game. You fight a pedophile with a heart of gold. Oh, let me play it.
Right, everyone plays
hands on. You want to play it.
Everyone goes hands on.
Not that game, but some other game.
Right, but Sony's there, Microsoft's there, Nintendo's there, Square's there, THQ's there, 2K's there, Activision, EA. The thing that everyone's there, so everyone gets their,
Is Ubisoft still in?
Ubisoft is still there. Everyone gets their hands in there and they get their spread it out. And
quality.
I can understand, we're spending this much money and we're not getting that much return on investment, which they don't even mention any of that. They just said they're not going to go there and they're going to focus on other things. And so it seems like really weird because it feels out of step with what your consumers want, right? Like everyone who's that at least interested in gaming is knows what E3 is, and they know that it's like video game Christmas, I guess video game holiday.
Well, I think they knew last year already that PlayStation just didn't know what the fuck the consumer.
Right, that's the thing though. Is
I think that's why they said we have no idea. We have to restructure this.
Right, but it's not that hard to do the tried and true. Hey, I'm here to show you 17 trailers in 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't.
Five of which you saw yesterday at another stage.
I hate those two. World premiere. I've seen this already. What are you talking about?
Right, but it's still But
it's on Sony now.
Right, but you still get to see the Sony exclusives.
To show the Shoney's.
Let's go to Shoney's, guys.
I guess they didn't want
to show the Sony logo before the world premiere.
Yeah, you get that Spider-Man font. Did you see the thing where there was
this podcast brought to you by Shoney's?
It was E3 2 years ago, and it showed Sony showings of Spider-Man, God of War, and something, and The Last of Us, and something else. And then the next year it was the same thing, and then last year it was wait a minute, you guys just keep showing us these same 4 games.
I think last year they got hit. They were this was a shit show.
Right, because they were trying to do some kind of artsy-fartsy and make the
artsy-fartsy shit that just blew up in their fucking faces.
And they were trying to make the best out of only showing 4 games when they should have been showing
everything.
Yeah, they should have been hey, here's the 4 games we got, and we got these other 10 games.
For life of me, what's the Japanese one again called?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
I want to play that one so bad.
Right. So I think it's really weird, and I think it definitely speaks to how E3 is changing and has to change. Because if Sony's going to pull out, what's to stop? Nintendo has kind of pulled out a little bit. They pulled back. They don't do a press conference now.
It's good. I like the way they do it.
Nintendo does their directs, and I love Nintendo's directs. If they did a direct every month, hey, here's the shit that's coming out, and here's the shit we're working on.
Less room to be a meme.
We'll see you next month.
Less room to be a fucking live meme. That's it.
No. What? Those things are still mean.
Wii music. That guy doing that live was fucking Splatoon 2. That was horrible.
That was great.
I loved it.
That was great.
Loved it.
It was perfect. Everything I
Wait, that was a direct. That was a direct. That wasn't live.
It was a direct. Yeah,
it was a direct. Alf, what? You don't have a phone?
You guys don't have phones? I don't know. I definitely feel
buy my game.
Shut up! I'll delete your comments.
Delete the trailer. Re-upload it.
Yeah, do that.
It's got way less dislikes now. Fuck you guys.
I really feel like the
sorry, not to say. What are your guys' thoughts on the whole thing? Just to
we talked about it last podcast, but
I know. This is very quick. I want to run down.
So Joey and I are both in the same boat in that. You're talking about Diablo specifically.
Yes, we're talking about Diablo Eternal.
Diablo Eternal is.
Well, let's just wrap up.
Yeah, Diablo Eternal is made for the Chinese market.
Right, the Chinese mobile market, because it's fucking outrageous that
the company that wants to make money is making money.
Yeah. But do you think the consumer had a right, or were they entitled man babies?
So here's the thing.
Both.
They read the
both.
room.
I agree.
They read the room wrong. Yeah. You have your most passionate fans who've paid to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's where I'm at.
You've promised to deliver some kind of Diablo news, and you're
to their credit, they said no Diablo 4. Don't expect it.
Right.
They said that.
They said something Diablo, and then you give them that, and that's the end of the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
that shouldn't have been main stage.
That should have
not been a main stage.
That should have been hey, we know you guys are
thing, but
even if
don't worry, that's not how we're concluding Diablo.
Right.
The guy that was so brokenhearted, it goes, is this coming to computer at all? Nope, strictly mobile. He just went back down
my issue too is that I think Blizzard didn't handle the blowback well either.
No, it did not.
Like Joey and I talked about it like pretty at length. So I don't want to.
I'll go here.
Yeah, I don't want to rehash it that much. But like I understand. Like I think that disabling comments or deleting comments or re-uploading, that's just like
bad PR.
Well, I understand that it's damage control, right? Like it's like you don't want the entire world to see how badly.
But your trail's out there already.
It's already.
It's
there.
a digital trail that you can't fucking mask.
Like I think that it would have been like a little bit better of them if they had been like, hey, like we understand your concerns. We're gonna address it. We're gonna reevaluate. This game is gonna happen regardless. Like it's in development. It's been developed. Like. Consider like the markets that we're trying to hit and whatever. It's also like if they had just been like, it's not the only thing down the pipe, you know what I'm saying? Like we have more people on Diablo. Like Diablo's not dead.
Or even if like you announce that, then you just go hey, oh, I'm Matt and I'm working on the next big Diablo thing.
Here's Diablo Eternal in addition to Diablo news that you could look forward to in the future.
And they said something dumb during the press conference like, and finally you could play Diablo on the go. And someone in the audience yelled out, but the Switch.
Yeah.
Someone yelled it out and everyone's like, ha ha ha, starts laughing. And it's like, yes, it's out on the Switch too. Like you like I agree. They read the room completely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
They did not know their market. And if they were in China, maybe yes.
like we said last week, someone read a lot. Like, how did it make it that far without someone going, "Hey, what this?"
It was like later on too. Like Blizzard was like, "Oh yeah, like the majority of our developers like don't even play PC games anymore. Like they're strictly mobile gamers now." And it's like, what is this for?
That's because you're working them to death and they're making this.
Yeah, it's like, what is this for? Like, I don't understand. Like, are you trying to convince me that I don't like PC games?
Like Pat the NAC Punk, like he has his podcast and he was just saying, "Shut the fuck up, you babies."
I gotta sit like Ian.
Yeah. Like both of them were like, "Shut the fuck up, kids. You're nothing but children." Ball. The developer put their heart and soul in it. I go, I get they put their heart and soul, but their soul was greedy.
That's not a dig on Ian. I know he has like a intestinal thing.
That's like I'm not bashing Blizzard for the hard work, but they kind of just don't care about the consumer at that point. They didn't care. They did not care. Because they're after one demographic and market. That's
the thing is, like, it's just like you didn't do your market research. Like it's like
they did, just not for this market.
You went to
the market they announced it in.
You went to Nashville, Tennessee, and you played a country, like, you know what I mean? You played a country venue and you're a punk band.
Yeah.
Like that's just like it's. Doesn't matter how good your punk music is.
Even if they just would have moved that been the first thing they announced and then announced everything else.
What if it was a region specific game only? Like they didn't.
That would be even worse.
Really?
It would be
I just think that it shouldn't have been on the main stage. It shouldn't have been so hyped up, so shoved in our faces, and then it should have been defended the way it was defended. I certainly don't mind that the game got defended. They're gonna release it regardless.
Yeah.
But like, fucking, you guys don't have phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
well, they're getting frustrated because they're getting treated like shit, and I really don't want to go over 2 weeks ago episode 3 weeks old news. So
okay,
I mean,
but yeah, he asked the question. So.
That's sorry. I just wanted to touch base on that.
I don't want to dig another 30 minutes into that. All right, we're almost done. That's it. That's the last of the news. So we just got to do plugs. Obviously, every episode we do this live because it's fun to do live. You can join us in the chat. Like Darren, I didn't see anyone. A couple people.
Always good to talk to you, Darren.
Yeah.
I'm glad you stick with us.
I saw some people on Mixer in there, but they were asking about Call of Duty, so I kind of ignored them. I told them we weren't going to play it. I'm like, we're not going to play Call of Duty. So we probably won't.
Joey played Call of Duty during the live stream.
Yeah, I did not like that. But anyway,
I mean, he played it. Like if you
blops. I tried to play it again, but I didn't get around to it. What was I going to say? I saw Alf was working on some improvements on the logo. Yeah.
Oh, working on
He's kicking it around. I thought they looked good.
I like the second one a lot.
No, Joey, make it terrible.
I said
was like,
first.
was with a Garfield font. I was like Garfield.
I was just like, this is just me fucking around. I'm not even trying.
He's like, yeah, but make it more fucking Garfieldy.
Put an N64 controller. Make it trash.
That's what I said. Exactly. That is a direct quote.
Joey quoted. Make it trash.
I like the second one you did. It was very nice.
I like them both.
What, the tape?
Yeah, don't spoil it. Jeez. Yeah, I like that one.
It could be VHS tape. Here we go.
Jesus. Anyway, I like that one a lot. So
I'm still working on it.
I would like for us to have, just putting this out here in public so that way I can push myself as well to get that new intro outro done. get a new logo done.
Did you ever talk to her again?
Yeah, she's in. Was she in Tennessee? I think last time I talked to her. So I was like, I'll wait till you get back. So anyway, she's working on that. That'll be fine. She can do a new thing in like 10 minutes. I'm not really worried about it.
Did you give her the feedback?
No, I was like, I would like to talk to you. I'm in Tennessee. Let me know when you get back.
Never mind.
That. Alf says this. He's very insistent that I.
We like the Mega Man.
I'm going to bring you Alf, and then you guys just work it out because I don't care what it sounds like as long as it's free. Well, not free. No license.
Yeah. We'll pay you.
We'll pay you for it. Use it. Anyway, we'll try to get that new logo. Once we get that new logo,
I'm just doing some shit at the camera. You guys like that?
We get
no, don't do that.
We'll get once you get the new logo, and put on some playing cards, and we can send those out to fans.
All right.
All right. I can get them bullet journals.
All right.
I've been getting a lot of targeted emails lately.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So speaking of which, podcast at goldensaucer.net. Oh, don't knock the shit out of the table. You can send a thing to any of our names at goldensaucer.net. What else? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. You know what to do. Obviously, YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell if you want notifications.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Smash that subscribe button.
I'm trying to get some stuff.
Or I'll kill you.
I'm trying to get some stuff from the Extra Life feed, but
Hunter, if you're out there, I miss you.
I asked you about him the other day, right?
I want to talk to Hunter.
All right. Well, Dookie Shed, reach out to Kyle. Golden Podcast.
I know you check out our podcast.
Yeah, he checks our podcast every time.
Someone email him and tell him tell his people to get a hold of our people. All right, Alf.
Later.